serious funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I lay in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Eyes realize life is so much more than just living the day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like what blessings dropping. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
My name is Jasmine Woodson.
Hi, my name is Silla.
I'm Karen Watson.
I'm Yolanda Johnson from Georgia.
This is BB Diamond from New York City.
I'm Dana Galen, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
I live in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Out here in Maricopa County.
Kalamazoo County, Michigan.
I am a proud African immigrant
living in Florida.
I'm from the great state of New Jersey.
I'm Angelina from Philly, and this November, I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I'm not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I am not with her.
I'm not with her.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I'm not with Kamala.
I am not for Kamala. I am for Donald Trump.
I am not with Kamala.
I am not with her because she is not with me.
I support President Trump and the economic policies our country experienced under his leadership as our 45th president.
President Trump will support our law enforcement agencies and fund them appropriately.
Donald Trump made me proud to be an American.
I'm with Donald J. Trump.
We need a leader who can make America great again.
Trump puts Americans first, and he always will.
We need Donald Trump.
I and millions of other Black Americans will cast my vote for Donald J. Trump.
I will proudly cast my vote for Donald J. Trump as our next president.
Let's make America great again.
Good Lord, man. Lord. Woo-wee. Oh, man. What a pickle we in coming up on this election for real. I mean, we is in a huge pickle for real. We are. As Americans, we are in a huge pickle for real, man. We really are. This, Lord Jesus, man. Rewind the video, they were cute. Hey, hold on, man. Why my little thirst is looking like that? What the hell is going on? Hold on, let me put that comment back up here again so I can fix this shit. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's fix this. This is crazy. Let me fix this real. Let me fix this a little bit more real quick. Let me deal with this because this is some foolishness right here. There we go. Let me fix it one more time. There we go. Yeah. All right, that's good enough. Like, god dang. Man. Like I say, man, we are in a pickle as Americans for real. We really are. We really are. Man, I got a lot of work to do tonight on the show, man. So I need y'all to bear with me because it's like I said, I got a lot of work. I got a lot of content I need to put out for y'all. But I promise y'all tonight is gonna be very thought-provoking for real. I guarantee that. I guarantee it's gonna be very thought-provoking. It is. We got a lot going on today, man. We got a whole lot of stuff going on, man. But first, like I always salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all putting up to the lounge. Sure, appreciate Scorpio and Lino in the building as well too. Appreciate y'all. Lino already up in this mud, simple like it ain't nothing. Talking about them women. Hey, Urban Rewinding, them women so cute. I played that video in the introduction, man, because I just wanted to give a silver lining of the situation, just to let people know that not all women feel the same exact way about Kamala Harris and about this whole campaign that they got going on. You might as well call it like a smear campaign. The crazy part about it is that it's not only a smear campaign against Donald Trump, but it's also a smear campaign against black men as well too. Against black men.
That's bullshit.
Tonight on this show, we are going to tackle this issue that's been the slowly but steady cooking. Now it's boiling over the pot and it's getting heated, it's getting crazy and everything. We're gonna deal with this issue about Kamala Harris. We're gonna deal with this issue about all these people who are supporting Kamala Harris. How they said that black men are misogynistic against black women if they don't vote for Kamala Harris.
That's bullshit.
We got a lot to cover, man. We got a lot to deal with, man, tonight, because it's crazy for real. It is so crazy for real. It really is. It really is. But you know what? Without further ado, man, I don't want to hold y'all long. I also purposely started the show earlier than my normal time because I know I got a lot of content I need to get out to y'all, man. And I just want to get y'all perspective on this. So like I always on this channel, you know, I don't try to manipulate people to try to think a certain way, you know what I'm saying? All I do is throw the information out there and I give you my perspective on it. That's how we roll in the lounge, for real. Yep. Sure do. So we finna get into this, man. Like I said, I done seen a lot with this Harris campaign. I done share with y'all a lot of stuff that they've been doing, and this show is no different, man. As a matter of fact, let's start right here. I was on TikTok. Came across a video. I came across a video of a very prominent pastor. This prominent pastor actually has something very interesting to say about black men. And I didn't even do my Lord Thurs. I was supposed to be put on my other Lord Thurs. I ever did none of that. So like I said, we're just gonna roll with it tonight, y'all. We're gonna roll with it. So, but this pastor has something to say about black men, and I want y'all to check this out. Well, I want y'all to check this out and hear what this prominent pastor had to say real quick. We're gonna dive deeper into this. Make sure y'all get them thumbs up as well too, man, because we first get ready to get deep tonight, y'all. Wait a minute, that's not it. Wrong video. We're going to look at that later.
You said something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
Pastor Jamal Bryant with a pointed message shortly after Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to his congregation. His words aimed at black men, a group both campaigns are targeting in the final stretch of the election.
We've got to be able to vote that misogyny is still real in our community. We've got to address it head on and not act like it doesn't exist. We've got to do some real redress that after racism, the biggest ill in America is sexism. And I think it's part of the responsibility of this generation to deal with it head on.
The latest polling shows black men likely breaking for Harris.
A group Bryant argues will benefit more from her policies and be harmed by the return of former President Donald Trump.
Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. So, Pastor Jamal Bryant said that sexism is real. Pastor Jamal Bryant also is urging for black men to vote for Kamala Harris. He directly is saying that if black men doesn't vote for Kamala Harris, then guess what? We're considered as misogynistic. We're considered as that we're not supporting black women. We're considered as not supporting our mothers, our daughters, our grandmothers, our aunts. Any black woman in this country, we're considered that we're not supporting them at all, period. So, how do y'all feel about this, men and women? How do y'all feel about this? Do y'all believe that this is a fair assessment? Do y'all agree with Pastor Jamal Bryant perspective on this. Now keep in mind, just a couple of weeks ago, Barack Obama did the same exact thing to black men, where he literally tried to chastise black men. Now, I know that this is not a direct quote, but this is my quote based on my perspective of it. But at the end of the day, Barack Obama was separate calling black men cowards because we don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree with his assessment on that? Do y'all believe that is true? But this is not the only people that did this throughout this smear campaign that Kamala Harris' team is doing. It been different actors that been doing this. Comedians been doing this as well too. Ricky Smiley, all of them been saying the same exact thing. If you don't vote for Kamala Harris, then it's something wrong with you. If you don't vote for Kamala Harris, then you're considered as misogynistic because you're allowing another opponent, which is Trump or whoever it is, to get into the office and to do whatever it is that they want to do. Do y'all agree with that? It's okay. If you agree with it, put it in the comment section. Let me know why you agree with this. Especially those of y'all who are catching the replay of this. Put it in the comment section and let me know why you agree with this assessment. Do I agree with this? No, not at all. I believe that we as Americans, especially black men, we have the right to choose. We have the right to choose who we're going to vote for at any given time. And I'm out if it's Kamala, and I'm out if it's Trump. Hell, it could be a goddamn monkey on the poll. If we want to vote for a goddamn monkey on the poll, guess what? We're going to vote for a goddamn monkey. Facts. For the simple fact that it is our rights as Americans to choose to vote. Or you also have the right to choose not to vote at all if you want to. You have that right as an American. So I said all the time on this channel that, hey, it is your choice how the way you want to choose to vote or wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? It is your choice. So do not let people take away your choice. But this campaign that Kamala's doing, their team and everything, is on this smear campaign to literally emasculate black men. And I'm not for it, period. I'm not for it, period. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's right. I don't think anything of it other than you as a black man should have the right to choose to vote for whoever you want to vote for. Or if you don't want to vote at all, you have the right to choose that. But yet it's still this team is trying to emasculate men. This team is trying to call black men misogynistic for withholding a vote. I'm curious on this. Since they're campaigning, right, and their main focal point of their campaign is dealing with women reproductive rights, correct? Since this is their main focal point of their campaign, right, a woman has the right to choose whatever hell she wants to do with her body. Granted. But however, shouldn't we as black men have the right to choose who we want to vote for, even if we choose not to vote at all? Y'all hear the saying, my body, my choice, right? I am saying should be my vote, my choice. Once again, I'm saying as black men should be our vote, our choice, meaning that we will choose who we're going to vote for, and we will not let you manipulate us or emasculate us into trying to vote for whoever it is. I think it's utterly ridiculous We sit up here hearing these pastors and stuff where Kamala literally paying these pastors. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. This pastor like Jamal Brown right here. We know that Kamala and her campaign gave a huge offering to this clown. We know that. Just so he could come on her and endorse Kamala. Just so he could come on here and also do a smear campaign. The target black men. Listen to what this dude had to say again. You know what, matter of fact, I like to give clarity on these situations. Because I know on TikTok, they like kind of cut clips and stuff, right? But you don't get the full blow of what this dude's saying, right? So I got the full speech of what this dude is talking about. So let's hear his whole entire 4-minute sermon dealing with what he was saying about the black man, which I know that his sermon was way longer than that, but I cut it to this particular point of this viral clip, all right? So I want y'all to listen to this. So sure, I see you in the chat. Salute. I want y'all to listen to this, and let me know if you agree with him on this or not.
Is to find a black woman. I gotta find a black woman to change the nation and to change the trajectory. And so Mordecai found out what Forbes magazine discovered in 2000.
Now let me give you a little bit clarity about his whole focal point of his sermon, okay? He is preaching from the book of Esther, okay? He is using a very, very familiar book because it relates to the story of Esther. Those of y'all who are familiar with the Christian Bible, right? Those of y'all who are familiar with the Christian Bible, y'all should be familiar with the story of Esther. Esther was a slave Jew girl, right? She ended up eventually meeting with the king, right? And the king eventually appointed Esther to be the queen. Meanwhile, her people was being slaughtered. So when she became queen, she had convinced the king to stop slaughtering her people. So he's using the book of Esther to reference the point about Kamala Harris, to say that just like Esther, this is a season for Kamala Harris to do the same exact thing, for her to rise up and become a queen and to free her people. But the only thing about this story that doesn't add up with Kamala is that Kamala isn't our people. Kamala isn't our people. Kamala isn't a African American, if you want to put it that way. She's not. She's Black American, yes, we could give her that, but is she truly for African American people? No, she's not. She's not. But it's weird that these people, they keep on associating themselves to her to think that she's for us, which she's really not. All Kamala is for her people, but not for us. Once again, she's for her people, but she's not for us. She's not for African American people. She's not for the struggles of the country that this country that our ancestors have been through. She's not. But listen to this.
23, Forbes magazine found out in 2023 that the best leaders are women, because women have authenticity, women have honesty, women have agility, and women have integrity. But here,
listen to what this clown is saying. He's saying that according to Forbes magazine, that women are considered as the best leaders.
That's bullshit.
Really?
what I want you to understand about Mordecai is Mordecai understood that in order for the nation to be changed, a woman had to do it. And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman. Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself. It was a sister that raised you when other people were not around. It takes a real man to support a real woman, and I'm so glad I got some real men in this building who are not intimidated by educated women, are not intimidated by articulate women.
Listen to what this clown is saying. He up here said that it was women who taught us men how to read. I call bullshit on that.
That's bullshit.
Reason why I call bullshit on that is because technically speaking, it wasn't, as he tried to put it, it wasn't our mothers who taught us how to read in the one black community. It was actually the teachers of the educational system who taught us how to read. Let's keep it real. Especially us black people who are in the underdeserved communities. It was the teachers that taught us how to read. Now, you could say that the teachers probably was black women. You could say that. But it wasn't our mothers who taught us how to read, for the simple fact that our mothers was out working. So they didn't have time to teach us how to read. They didn't have time to teach us how to write. They didn't have time to teach us math or anything like that because they was out working. Some of us was part of two-parent households. Others was part of single-parent households where the child literally had to make sure that they get their homework assignment done by themselves. Some of us probably had grandmothers or grandfathers who was in the household more than their mothers. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. So no, it's not all the way true of what he's talking about.
Who are not intimidated by women who are anointed to lead. And he goes, this man from the White House, he goes to Esther and says to Esther, who knows, but you were born for such a time as this. I don't know who's here. I know there are thousands of you who are online, but I'm not preaching to y'all for just one moment. Can I just preach to the vice president? Who knew that 60 years ago today, you were born to be president. You were born to lead a nation. You were born to change the trajectory of democracy. Who knows? But you were born for such a time as this.
Man, just look at this, man.
That's bullshit.
This is crazy. And I don't know if y'all could see the crowd, but 90% of the crowd is women. And within that 90% of the crowd is nothing but her sorrows that's in that crowd. That's facts. She got all her AKAs of the crowd. She got all her deltas. Hell, you probably, the rest of the 10% is men, and they're probably part of a fraternity, part of the Divine Nine, part of the Boule that is in that crowd. Instead of what this pastor's supposed to be doing, which is preaching a sermon about the Most High God, right? He stood up here and turned his sermon into preaching about this woman, literally making this woman a god. To my understanding, I thought that when you go into the church house, right? I thought that a church house was supposed to be similar to a hospital. A hospital position is to heal the sick physically. The church house is designed to heal the sick spiritually. So please, oh please, help me to understand, how is this healing the sick spiritually by lifting up a woman or sit up here doing this political game in a church? I thought also this. I thought that it was a separation between church and the state, to my understanding. I honestly thought that it was literally a separation between the church and state, meaning that the church is their own entity, they do their own thing. The state is their own entity and they do their own thing, including political affairs. But check this out. What ended up bridging the gap is where the church ended up start asking for loans from the state or asking for grants from the state. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where the churches wanted to be tax exempt, right? So they ended up becoming 501c, right? The moment when they got into that status, that's when everything being integrated to one. You might as well say the church is not a separate entity no more. Well, it's all the state, depending on what type of political party that is involved in the said church. Case in point, the left or the Democratic Party. That's why it's so easy for her to pull up in this dude's church, give this dude a really, really nice donation or offering, just so in turn he can endorse her.
You may be seated. Victor Hugo said, an invasion of armies can be resisted, but nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. No matter what they try, they cannot stop what is getting ready to happen.
Here's another thing about Jamal Bryant. I understand that Jamal Bryant is for the community, right? For the black community. I get that. But there had to be a boundary set with being for the community. Meaning that there had to be a certain type of boundary or limitations behind this. Meaning that you can't sit up here and literally sell yourself out just for the benefit of the community. Once again, you literally cannot sell yourself out just for the benefit of the community. Hey man, how in the hell is Jamal Bryant selling himself out? Glad you asked. This dude's selling himself out because instead of him being a strong man, this dude literally chose to be a beta. Beta! This dude literally chose to simp.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all that. That was so kind of you. So I have this special song just for you. Here we go. I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
Y'all wanna know what's even more crazy about Jamal Bryant is that this dude had all these allegations against her, right? Where I think he cheated on his wife and had all other weird stuff going on as well too. Y'all know the stuff that be happening into the black churches, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That the weird stuff that be happening. And it's funny that this dude is the pastor of New Birth now. The former pastor of this church was Eddie Long. And y'all know all the allegations and stuff that happened to former pastor Eddie Long, correct? So it's funny that this dude is now the pastor of this church. And once again, he sort of carried these same old traditions once again. With all this weird stuff happening in the church. Interesting. But yet still, this dude wants to simp out and endorse this woman. And on top of that, this dude literally not only better than himself, right? But he set up her literally emasculated other men. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. But let's continue.
They can try to purge the rolls. They can make it illegal for you to bring water and bring chairs to our seniors. They can move the polling stations. They can try to hand count the ballots. But they didn't know we are already on the midnight train in Georgia. Over 1 million people have already participated in early voting in Georgia. I know he's in jail. I know I shouldn't quote him, but I thought I told you that we can't stop. If God has anointed us to flip the state.
This Negro set up her quoted Puffy as well too. Y'all heard what he said? I know he's in jail, but I'm going to do his quote. I know that we can't stop. Golly, bad boys for life, huh? God damn.
God damn. Once, we can do it again, because if God be for us, who can be against us? This is an idea that cannot be stopped. Good ideas are of no value if they come at the wrong time. But I came to preach to somebody today to let you know this is the right time. The idea for electric cars has been around for 50 years, but we did not have battery technology, and we did not have a full grasp of climate change. But we are now in a place where President Biden has in fact offered up legislation that in not too many years there will be enough electric cars on the road in order to
bullshit.
Oh, Lord Jesus. So how y'all feel about this? How y'all feel about this dude sermon? Do this dude sermon empower you to want to go and vote for Kamala? Do it empower you to want to support the black community as well too? How do it make you feel? Because me as a black man, right, listening to this speech, it only solidified my decision that I made a long time ago about the church, especially black churches. The decision that I made was to no longer participate in black churches, period. Because I seen the trajectory of where these churches was going. I seen the trajectory that these pastors or these leaders and stuff, right, are part of this political game where they literally emasculate black men. You want to know how I know? When I was in ministry, right, matter of fact, when I started my ministerial journey, right, I had to go through a ritual. I had to literally go through a ritual. They call it a spiritual training. Well, when I went to the spiritual training, I was known as an armor bearer. The position of an armor bearer is to assist the pastor. What does that entail, Urban? My position was that I had to assist the pastor with anything that he needed. If that dude asked for a towel, I had to get a towel for this dude. If this dude need water, I had to get water for this dude. If this dude need peppermints, I had to get peppermints for this dude. If this dude needed a cup of coffee, I had to get a cup of coffee for this dude. If this dude up here sweating and stuff like that and carrying on, guess what I had to do? I had to go up to the stage or the pulpit or the podium and wipe the sweat off this brow so this dude could continue his sermon. And that's only part of what an armor bearer does. Now, there are some other ministries, right, where they'll literally make the men do even more wicked stuff. They be saying up here, they be making these dudes or armor bearer pick up the pastor laundry. They be making these dudes sit up here and watch the pastor car. They be saying up here making these dudes go and buy the pastor something to eat. Hell, it be ministries where the pastor be needing other needs. And guess what? Them type of armor bearers will fulfill that need. Did I do it? No. Because it didn't get that deep. But there's other ministries that did that. Hence, former Bishop Eddie Long was doing it to them young men when he was living. Where he was set up here doing all that SA and stuff to them young men when he was living. They did all that because that was part of the ministry, part of that armor bearer ministry. Some of it get worse than that. But I'm sharing this with y'all because throughout that whole process, right, I was feeling some type of way about it. I was feeling like, man, this stuff that I'm doing, this isn't right. This is not getting me closer to God. This is not helping improve my life. This is not teaching me how to be a man. But in fact, it's emasculating me. It's making me lower than a man. It's teaching me to be low instead of be high. And guess what? Right now in the modern day churches, they're doing the same exact bullshit where they sit up here teaching the same men to lower themselves. They teach the same men to submit unto their elders, submit unto their leaders. Whenever the women in these ministries have a problem with the men that they dated, right, guess who they go and talk to? They don't go and talk to a psychologist. They don't go talk to a therapist. They go talk to that pastor. And they'll sit up here, go and manipulate that pastor, cry their heart out to that pastor, right? Next thing you know, you have a marriage and family counseling with that pastor. And guess what that pastor going to do? He's going to side with that woman. That's the reason why men no longer go to church. Because they got tired of being emasculated in the churches. And that is facts. That's the reason why. Just like the clip I showed you with Pastor Jamal Brown, right? That's why you'll see a lot of men there. You see more women there, and it's a reason for that. Because men had caught on to the bullshit. Because we're not going to no longer subject ourselves to someone. The only being that we're going to subject ourselves to is the Most High God, period. Period. We're not allowed no overseer or no man who's no different from us to tell us what to do and how the way to do it. You got us like all the way fucked up, for real. That's why dudes is not in church. That's why I left the church. And I'm glad I did because, as you can see, nothing ever changed. In fact, it got worse. It got worse. This show today, I want to ask this question to y'all. Do y'all honestly believe that since men are saying that they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, right? Do y'all honestly believe that that's misogynistic towards women? Do y'all honestly believe that? Those y'all who are watching right now, and those of y'all who's watching the replay, do you honestly believe by men not voting for Kamala Harris that they consider it as misogynistic? Do y'all honestly feel this way? Then my follow-up question would be, why? Why do you feel this way? I want to share something else with y'all too, man. When I seen this, right, my jaw just dropped. My jaw dropped for real. I was like, oh my God. This cannot be happening. This cannot be real. This got to be a fairy tale. We're living in the Matrix. We're living in what is fictional. This got to be fake. But unfortunately, it's not fake. This is very real. I want y'all to listen to the latest thing that happened on this smear campaign with Kamala Harris. I want y'all to listen attentively to what is about to really be said. And I want y'all to think about the question that I asked y'all again about this. And I also want y'all to think about what would be the actual reason for men not want to vote for Kamala Harris. What would be the real reason? I want y'all to listen to this. And I want to get y'all perspective on this. Listen to what Michelle Obama had to say.
Now, I recognize that there are a lot of angry, disillusioned people out there, upset with the slow pace of change. And I get it. It is reasonable to be frustrated.
Y'all get them lights up.
We all know we have a lot more work to do in this country. But to anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage.
Listen to what she said. She said that if you decide to either sit out in this election, if you decide to vote for a third party, or if you decide to vote for Donald Trump, the women, your women, are considered as collateral damage.
That's bullshit.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. I'm going to run it again.
Your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. So, are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety?
Listen to this. So you mean to tell me that if men decided to vote for either a third party, if men decided not to vote it out, or if men decide to vote for Trump, that is considered as a safety risk towards you as women? Do y'all agree with her on this? Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this question, ladies in the chat and ladies who are catching this replay. Are you feeling unsafe at this very moment? Listen to this live. And now when I'm saying unsafe, I'm not talking about you be part of domestic violence or anything right now. I'm literally talking about, do you feel unsafe if men do not vote for Kamala Harris? Do you feel unsafe? SBK, salute. Do you feel unsafe? But listen to this again. And it just blew my mind when I heard this.
So, are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety? And to the women listening, we have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us.
Wow. She said that the women have every right to not ask, but demand that they do right. Period. God damn.
That's bullshit.
I want y'all to listen to what she further had to say about this too. And I want to see, do y'all agree with this, all right?
We have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us. We have to use our voices to make these choices clear to the men that we love. Our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment. And we are more than just baby-making vessels. And if you are a woman who lives in a household of men that don't listen to you or value your opinion, just remember that your vote is a private matter. Regardless of the political views of your partner, you get to choose. You get to use your judgment and cast your vote for yourself and the women in your life. Remember, women, standing up for what is best for us can make the difference in this election.
Wow, listen, my God. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. It is okay for a woman to literally tear up her marriage, tear up her household, all over a vote. It is okay for her to do that. It is okay for her to act a goddamn fool, to tear up her household over a vote. But yet still, it is a right for a man to say, no, I don't want to vote for this said party. How double standard is that? Once again, it is okay for the woman to literally challenge her husband, challenge her man, challenge her boyfriend, challenge her baby daddy, say, I want to vote for Kamala Harris. Every man who heard out that woman that said that she wanted to vote for Kamala Harris, guess what we're going to ultimately say? We're going to say, shit, we don't care. Vote for her. That's your right. You can vote for whoever the hell you want to. But when she turn around and say, oh, I also want you to vote for Kamala Harris too. Shit, bullshit. I ain't voting for no Kamala Harris because that's my right. I don't have to vote for her.
That's bullshit.
She turned around and demand me to vote for Kamala Harris. That's a bullshit.
That's bullshit.
No. So once again, it is okay for women to have the right to choose. But it's not okay for the men to have the right to choose. Don't this sound strikingly familiar, y'all? Don't this situation kind of sound strikingly familiar? Don't this situation sound familiar to the whole my body, my choice type situation where we literally been telling women all day long about your bodies, right? Where we tell you like, hey, if you don't want to have no babies, then don't allow the man to have sex with you or nut up in you so you can get pregnant. Protect yourself. Stop trying to use these abortion clinics like it's a Planned Parenthood, like it's a birth control. Stop doing it. That's all what we're saying. But guess what? You can't tell us what to do because it's my body, my choice. Roe versus Wade. But yet it's still, when we flip the script right, oh, it's a double standard. We said that our vote is our choice. If we choose to vote for Donald Trump, we choose to vote for a third party, we choose to vote for the sky, whoever the hell that's on that ballot, right? Or if we choose not to vote at all, that is our choice, right? I vote, our choice. If y'all want it to be my body, my choice, fine. You got that right. But yet it's still, it is our vote, our choice, period. And me personally, I don't give a damn about how women feel about it. I don't. Now, I'm one of the many Americans out there who did early voting. And I'm going to be straight up real with y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up the truth. I did not vote for no goddamn Kamala Harris. So, fuck her. Fuck her. How the way I feel about it. Because this whole entire smear campaign that she got on is some absolute bullshit. It is. It's some bullshit. It isn't right. They focus in their campaign on two main components: reproductive rights and to end Donald Trump. That's it. And set up here using black men as collateral damage. That is some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
She literally encouraging women to leave their household just for a goddamn vote. That is some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
And the crazy part about it, y'all, man, I should have shared these TikToks that I seen. But it's TikToks right now where other women on here are literally ending their relationships. They're ending their marriages. They've been married for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, right? Ending relationships and marriages over this goddamn woman. Over a damn vote. And they think that it's okay. They think it's cool to tear up y'all household. Because at the end of the day, guess what? At the end of the day, and I'm talking to the ladies right now, at the end of the day, you know what? Hold on, let me switch to the screen, man. Let y'all know how serious I am. Because look, at the end of the day, once when the smoke clear, once when this election over, guess who's going to have to deal with that bullshit? Not Kamala Harris, not her team, not Michelle Obama, not Barack Obama, not none of them celebrities. Guess who's going to have to deal with that bullshit? You are. You're going to deal with you turn up your household because you listen to them. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to want to deal with the choices and decisions that you made, that you chose to do, based on your feelings and emotion instead of logic and reasoning. I could tell y'all this right now. Once again, I'm not that type of dude that tell people who you should or shouldn't vote for. But when you look at stuff like this, it should be blatantly obvious that these people do not care about y'all. They don't. Matter of fact, these people don't care about us. All they care about is winning, period. Let's keep it real. All they care about is winning, period. And they don't care about the collateral damage that's happening along the way. They don't. They don't care about tearing up your household. They don't care about other things that are happening. All the stuff that they sit up here allegedly promising, knowing good and damn well they're not going to do it. Because if they did it, they would have been to did it a long time ago. And that's fact. You don't have to wait to no campaign season to say that you're going to do something. If you're going to do it, you do it. But they're not going to do it because they do not care. It is designed that way. Like I've been telling y'all about all this political stuff. That at the end of the day, the House of Representatives, everything is set up for us as middle class Americans to fail under leadership, to fall under leadership. That's how the way it's designed to be. Because if not, we wouldn't have no three branches of governments. It would be us as the people to decide, period. Right now, where we get ready to do this election right now, guess what? We out here casting our votes, right? A lot of y'all so damn dumb thinking that your little vote matter, right? But when it comes to that presidential election, right, you only casting your votes so your local House of Representative who's part of the Electoral College to decide for you. That's ultimately what's going to happen. So in the technical sense, our vote really don't matter. It's all part of the game. But yet it's still these people is encouraging you to tear up your damn house. Man. And the reason why I'm getting so passionate about this is because I'm one of them type of dudes where I literally do care about people for real. I really do. I'm one of them type of dudes that I could wear my heart on my shoulder for real because I have passion for people for real. Even though I can learn up to protect myself, but at the end of the day, I literally care about people, regardless of your race, regardless of your gender, regardless of your sexual orientation. I literally care about people for real. And this thing that they literally doing isn't right at all, period. It isn't right. And I don't know about y'all, I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it, y'all.
So let us use our voices in these final days to make it plain to the men in our lives that we need to stand not with Trump, but with us. We need them to vote for the only candidate in this race who will protect our lives. We need them to vote for Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris cannot protect our lives, period. Hell, none of them cannot protect our lives. These people are literally lying just to get your vote. They're doing everything possible to get your vote. Even if it means lying to you or gaslighting you, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
freedoms and defend our health.
Listen to what else she said. She said that Kamala is going to fight for your reproductive rights and freedom. To my understanding, right? To my understanding, I never knew that women had lost their reproductive rights. Once again, I never knew that women lost their reproductive rights. Now, if you're talking about the state-by-state thing dealing with abortion, that's how the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a state-by-state thing. When it's a state-by-state thing, that allows the people within that state to vote either for a certain issue or against it, instead of letting it be federal. Once again, it becomes a state-by-state issue instead of a federal issue. So if your said state voted against abortion, then that's how the way it's going to be. Well, shoot, Herbie, you don't understand, man. Shoot, I got to travel to for Texas, Louisiana to get an abortion. So, what's wrong with that? Well, just like they say, what about women who be having them type of pregnancies is life or death and stuff, and the doctors don't want to do this and that. What you should do is this. In situations where it is extreme, where you're dealing with an extreme situation, I said this before, when it's dealing with an extreme situation, like if it's life and death, right? If it's dealing with incest or grape, right? Their type of streets, right? That should have a federal boundary on it. Absolutely it should. Where doctors should automatically do treatment. Absolutely it should. But just to have a abortion clinic because you decided that you want to have a hot girl summer and you allow dudes to nut up in you and you got pregnant, hell no. The only way all these single mother and single father pregnancies going to stop is for them to deal with their responsibility. That's facts. Grow the hell up and deal with your responsibility. If you went to that whole process of laying your fast ass down and letting that dude nut up in you, you need to take care of your responsibility. Both you and that dude, period. That's how the way it should be. Instead of a way out. Oh, my bad. Oops. Well, let me go and get this plan B. Well, let me go and go to this abortion clinic real quick. Oh, shoot, I done got an abortion 5 times, right? So this time around, my abortion is free because I got it 5 times. Not understanding that these women, every single time they doing an abortion, these women sitting up here literally messing up their body. Where it comes to a point where even if they did want to have children, they're going to mess up their body so much so that they won't even be able to have children. So that's why I say take care of your damn responsibility. If you did it, take care of your responsibility. And once again, that goes for both men and women. That's the only way it's going to stop. All these little quick, instant ways out, it need to stop.
Kamala will fight for our access to life-saving emergency care and maternal care in every state. Kamala will veto any abortion ban or bill that restricts access to contraception or IVF. Kamala will expand access to birth control and abortion pills. And she will do all of this not because...
Listen to everything that she said. Everything that she's saying that is currently active right now in every state. All except for the IVF thing. Now, it's certain stipulations on that, which that's why I said that particular situation should be federal, where a doctor should be able to treat a person. That's how it should be. But every other thing is available. Contraceptives, birth control, all that is already available. So what the hell is she talking about? Trump and nobody didn't take that away. Hell, when Trump was running the office for 4 years, he didn't sit up here and say, yeah, let's take away contraceptives. so every man and woman can have children. They need to take it. No, he didn't say that. He never took that away. So what in the hell is she talking about? Even right now in the current president, down, is Biden still our president, by the way? Where the hell is Biden at, by the way? Where's he at? Hell, this goddamn country is running on AI right now, for real. Where's our damn president at? That mug, this country on autopilot right now. But even when Biden was in office and stuff, right? Everything was still going. Birth control and everything. So what the hell are they talking about? I don't understand this. But they still selling it as though that none of these things don't exist right now. That Trump had took away all this stuff and they fighting to get it back again. Like, what the hell?
Because she's a woman, but because she's a decent human being. She will do this because she cares about the lives of people other than herself. And that's really what this election is about, Michigan. This isn't just about what we have an obligation to say no to. It's about what we have the opportunity to say yes to.
So why is it okay for them to say yes to whatever it is that they say yes to, but it's not okay for us to say yes as men that we don't want to vote for Kamala? Why is that an issue? Why is that an issue? Why is that so troubling and heartbreaking? The reason is this, because they've been running these surveys and stuff, right? They've been running these surveys / projections. And do y'all know that currently up to about 60% of black men are not voting for Kamala Harris? And they're seeing these numbers. And so they know that the black man vote is important to them because they need them them That's why they're going on the smear campaign to literally emasculate black men to get them to vote for Kamala. And they're doing it by emasculating them, telling like, you're a weak man if you don't vote for Kamala Harris. You sit up here saying that we're not going to have reproductive rights if you don't vote for Kamala. Bullshit. It's for the simple fact that a lot of these black men see the bullshit. And to be quite honest with y'all, and y'all could take this for what it is. Y'all could take this for what it is. And this is my perspective on this. This right here, what Michelle is talking about, what Kamala is talking about, right? And all these other people talking about, this literally solidified my argument about why I honestly believe that women should not be in a position of leadership or power. And that's facts. This literally solidified for real. For the simple fact, when women are in these certain type of positions, right, they're not going to lead based on logic and reasoning, then their emotions. They're not going to do that. They're going to solely lead by their emotion first and logic second. And we do not need that, period. That is not good. So at any given time, based on how the way they're feeling in that moment, that's what they're going to do. Do you know that in her campaign, right, her Kamala campaign is majority of women, not only majority of women, but majority of feminist women is a part of her campaign. So whatever they feel like their strategy should be, that's what they're gonna do. Once again, wherever they feel like their strategy is going to be, that's what they're gonna do. And that's why they're going on this whole campaign or reproductive rights instead of pure emasculated black men, because this is what they're feeling at the moment, instead of dealing with logic and reasoning. Now, it'd be totally different. If Kamala and her team were to came in and use logic and reasoning to persuade the black man vote. using simple common sense to sway the black man vote. To simply say things like, hey, I'm Kamala Harris, and we're going to do something about the economy. We're going to do something about why groceries are so high. We're going to do our best to fix that problem. A matter of fact, I'm doing it right now. I'm putting the bill in right now to help fix this economy. That's using logic, reason, and common sense. Most men will see that logic, reason, and common sense, and they will agree to it. That's why many black men, I hate to say it, many black men are voting for Trump. It's because Trump is using common sense, logic, and reasoning. He's not using gender wars to try to win a vote. He's not sitting up here using reproductive rights to win a vote. He's using simple common sense to win a vote. He see a problem and he's talking about it. Crazy.
And we can elect someone who has the experience, the character, and the strength to look at all these challenges and still see a brighter day on the other side. Kamala Harris will see us, all of us. Kamala Harris will listen to us, all of us. She will protect our freedom. She'll stand up for all of our lives. She will have our backs for the folks trying to get ahead and those just trying to get by. And in doing so, she will usher in a new generation of American leadership and send the ugliness of Donald Trump and his politics back where it belongs, the past.
So I'm wondering, why do they have so much of a disdain for Donald Trump? Why? To me, once again, I hate to say this, man. I hate to use this, man, I hate to use this misogynistic talking point, but it has got to be said. To me, it sounds like the traditional angry black woman rant. It sounds like the traditional angry black woman rant. Where the woman is mad at this man for doing whatever the hell that he did to her. And she just taking it out on him. Making sure that this dude's life is a living hell. They sound like that they was married to Donald Trump. And Donald Trump cheated on them multiple times. Knowingly Donald Trump cheated on them multiple times, but Donald Trump cheated on them with not only with white women, but he cheated on them with black women, Hispanic women, Asian women, all the type of women that black women say that they're cool with, but in reality they despise, right? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they got so fed up that now they want this dude to feel how to where they're feeling. Because once again, we know that, once again, there's going to be a misogynistic talking point, but it just got to be said. But we know that many of these type of women lack emotional intelligence. They lack it. They lack it. They're emotional, but they lack emotional intelligence. For real. And so they're going to do everything based on their emotions. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all know that old song that R. Kelly had put out, right? When a woman fed her right, it's too late to talk about it. Where that woman literally be slashing your tires of your car, keying up your car, stuff, right? That woman will pull up at your job and get you fired from the job. That type of woman will go to the court system and put you on child support, knowing good and damn well that you're a great father, but she don't give a damn. She's mad and angry at the moment, and she's going to put you on child support. She's going to eliminate your visitation rights. She's going to go and tell her family a false narrative, right, about the things that you did, and the family going to believe on you, so they consider her slander your character. That's what they do. But that's how the way it sounds like to me, is that Donald Trump sit up here, did all these things to them, right? And they just got tired of it, got fed up, and they're going to do everything possible to literally destroy this man. And we are thus collateral damage. We're just pawns to them. They don't care. They don't care about if they're going to hurt who they're going to hurt along the process. Like the same type of women that I was telling y'all about, right? They don't care about if the children are going to get hurt. They don't care about the children never see their fathers ever again. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. Hell, they'll even sit up here and tell a lie to the children, saying that your daddy was a no good bum and stuff, right? But knowing good and well, at the whole entire time, your daddy been trying to fight for them, fight to see them and everything, but it's her who's keeping them from them. That's what it sounds like. That's literally what it sounds like. That this dude just did something so horrific to them where they just doing everything possible to destroy this man. And we're just the pawns in this. That's where we are. We're just pawns to them. We're just pawns in their political strategy. Collateral damage. And the sad part about it is that we're literally sitting up here falling for this. Falling for this. Sad story. Well, we're almost done because she figured ready to get us to the fire. She forget it to the last part of her speech.
But Michigan, she cannot do any of this alone. So I'm asking you one last time, let us not just sit around and complain. Let's do something. If your brother or your son or boyfriend needs to hear your perspective, are you willing to talk to them? Are you willing to send a video of what I've just said? Are you willing to do something?
Wow. If your boyfriend, husband, or anybody don't want to vote for them, it is up to you to do something about it. Literally tear up your damn household to do something about it. And once again, when you do that right, you're just collateral damage to them. Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, and all the rest of them, they're not going to show up to your court date when where you get a divorce from your husband. They're not going to show up on your behalf. When you're out there in the streets and stuff, right? And you try to figure out how you're going to pay your own bills and stuff like that, right? Where it was you and your husband, originally you and your husband, who was working together to help pay them bills. Some of y'all have 50-50 relationships. Some of y'all have 100% relationship. But just imagine that. You're paying half the bills, right? You're literally paying half the bills, and that other dude paying the other half of the bills, right? And you leave that dude in divorce. And next thing you know, you got to pay 100% of the bills. Guess what? They're not going to be there to help you pay the other 50% of the bills. They're not going to be there when the one collection agency come and try to repo your car or try to kick you out your house. They're not going to be there to help you move out of your house or help you move your husband out the house. They're not going to be there to pay that $500 for the divorce suit. They're not going to be there. They're not going to be there to support you at all, period. They're not going to be there while you sit up here crying at night, trying to figure out how in the hell did this situation happen to you. They're not going to be there to give you guidance, counseling, therapy, or anything like that. They're not. They're not. They're not going to be there to pick up your kids for school because originally it was your husband that was doing it. But he's not doing that anymore. You got to do it. But you can't do it because of the job that you do. And it's hard for you to readjust your schedule. You don't have nobody else to do it. You don't have your mom or your sister or anybody else to help you do that, right? And even if you did, it would be hard for them to do that. But guess what? Kamala Harris on that team, Michelle Obama and them, they're not going to be there. They're not going to be there to help you. None of them are. The Devon Nine, the Boule, and all that, they're not going to be there to help you. So I'm saying all this tonight, ladies. If you agree to this bullshit that Kamala and her team is selling, and you believe that this is what you need to do, by all means, do it. Do it, because you have every right to do it. Do it. You have a right to do it. You have a right to tear up your damn house over somebody who don't give a fuck about you. You do. Have every right to do that. I don't do it. But once again, when that smoke clears and you by your damn self and this election is over, you're going to be the only damn fool that's going to be sitting up there by yourself on inauguration day, right? Hell, you probably save up money and take a trip out to D.C. Take a trip out there to D.C. during inauguration day and you out there by your damn self. Yay! We got the first black woman in the White House! Yay! But deep down inside, you crying. Because you sit up here to sacrifice your husband, your marriage, your children, your well-being, just to see this moment. And was it worth it? Was it worth the sacrifice? Was it worth it? Or you could do this. You could use emotional intelligence. You could use logic and reasoning. And you could decide on who you want to vote for. Not because of identity politics. Not because you're trying to get the first black woman into the office. Not because you hate Donald Trump. But you'll use emotional intelligence to choose carefully about who do you want to see in office based on what's going to be the most beneficial for you and your household. That's how the way you should vote. That's how the way you should see your vote. And if you see that none of these candidates is not good for you, then by all means, you have every right to not vote at all. I don't give a fuck what they say. You have every right at all to not vote at all. Because that is your right. So which one are you going to choose? You're going to choose emotional intelligence and do what's right? Or you're going to choose this bullshit that they sell you? Because at the end of the day, you cannot make men vote for who you want them to vote for. I don't care what they say. A matter of fact, women, y'all should know this by now about men, especially black men. Especially black men. You should know this by now about us, especially the black men who are not betas, who are alphas, who are sigmas, who are leaders, right? You cannot make us do nothing. I don't care how much you try to manipulate us. At the end of the day, we are going to choose what the hell we want to do. Just as same as we give you the right to choose whatever the hell you want to do. The reason why we do that is because we respect you as a woman and we love you as a woman. That's why we do it. So we don't care. We don't care about you, whoever else you're going to vote for. We do not care. But when it comes to the point that you're trying to make us choose to vote, and if you don't vote, that this is going to happen? No. We're not playing them down games. And men, do not allow these women to do this to you. Don't sit up here build down beta. Don't sit up here and simp out. Stand up as a man. If you want to vote for Kamala, nothing wrong with that because you're choosing to do that without being manipulated. If you want to vote for Trump, nothing wrong with it because you're choosing to do that. If you don't want to vote for Wall, it is nothing wrong with that because you're choosing to do that. But don't let nobody dictate to you and manipulate to you that if you vote for this said person, that this is going to be the result or they see you differently. Because that is not right, period. I've seen people on Facebook. Matter of fact, when I was on Facebook, right, I've seen people in relationships on social media because that person said, hey, I'm voting for Trump. Hey, I voted for Kamala. Hey, I ain't voted for nobody at all. People got mad. If you ain't vote, they say this stupid shit. If you don't vote, then we can't be friends. That shit, you was never my friend to begin with. Facts. If you don't vote for Kamala, we can't be together. Where we wasn't in love to begin with anyway. We wasn't in love to begin with anyway. We wasn't friends to begin with anyway. So that's not a loss to me. That's actually a gain because I see your true colors. I see your true colors for what it is. And I've seen it on social media. People, relationships literally end. And guess what? At the end of the day, these people, they don't care. They're going to go back to their mansions right afterwards. So even let's say that Kamala loses, right? Even if she loses this election, right? Guess what she's going to do? She's going to go right back to her mansion and chill with her old better husband.
Beta!
They're going to sip her drink wine together. She's going to convince her husband to take a one blue chill to get his thing on up, and they're going to have sex. And they're going to live their life accordingly. While you, on the other hand, your house all broken up and stuff, and not a blue chew. Yeah, that dude gonna take a blue chew, man. He gonna take a blue chew. Cause he not gonna take the other stuff, Cialis or nothing like that, cause he trying to be hip. So he gonna take him a good old blue chew. He gonna go to Pound Town while they listen to Meg Thee Stallion. Hold up, not Meg Thee Stallion shit. These days, they probably gonna listen to who they gonna listen to? They're gonna listen to freaking Beyonce. I cater to you. Then, after all this said and done, they're going to be up in their mansion house and just be chilling. While you, on the other hand, your house is all messed up. You're trying to figure out how you're going to pay your next bill, how you're going to pay your next cardinal light bill or whatever, because you literally allowed these people to tear up what you had going on with what was good. Do you want that for yourself? Is it worth it? Is it worth you turn up your household? Is it worth it? So that's what I'm saying, and giving you reasoning as a brother to vote for what matters to you. If it matters to you to vote, then vote. But don't sit up here and tear up your household in the one conquest of these people. Don't do it. Just don't do it, because it's not worth it. It is not worth it. Kelly girl said they're going to be listening to Tupac. God damn. God damn. Talk about Meg is too explicit. Shit. And she had Meg twerking on the stage and stuff. I'm pretty sure her husband got aroused on that. He was up there getting aroused and everything. Meg twerking on stage and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he'd be good with that. Shit. But don't do it. That's all I'm saying. And men, once again, do not allow these feminist women to emasculate you. Stand your ground. If you want to vote for Trump, stand your ground and vote for Trump. Forget them. Forget them. They're going to call you misogynistic. Oh, well. So, yeah. But like I say, I already did my early voting, and I can tell y'all straight up that I did not vote for no Kamala Harris. I don't give a damn how the way y'all feel about it. I don't care if y'all unfollow me. I don't care. So, yeah. And I did not vote for Kamala. Period. Care if I lose friendship over it. I did not vote for Kamala. Period. Sure didn't. And I'm proud to say it too. I didn't vote for Kamala. I'm proud to say it. And I'm not gonna feel no type of way. If y'all vote for whoever y'all vote for, we still cool. How I see it. Man, Speak being in the bushes the whole entire time. He finally fell out the bushes. What's up with it, man? And shout out to each and every last one of y'all who are listening to this podcast right now. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Appreciate y'all. We're going to do one last thing, and I'm going to call it a night, y'all. I kind of say this part for last because, to me, it's kind of cringing. It's like really cringing. But whenever I hear one Kamala speak right. Her speeches will be so cringy to me for real. It was like, ugh, you know. But I say this part for last because I think I could tolerate it. All right, so here is the speech that Kamala is going to do at Jamal Brown Church, all right? And I want y'all to listen to what she's going to say. And I also want y'all to listen to how fake this woman is. This woman do not care about the black community. She do not care about the black church. Hell, the woman isn't a Christian. She's Catholic. But let's listen to her. Listen to the fakeness.
Good morning, church.
Good morning, church. Good morning, church. Oh, Lord Jesus. Ooh, she's so cringy. Good morning, church. Lord Jesus.
Good morning, church. Good morning, New Birth. Good morning, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, church. I'm so honored to be with you. Thank you all, everyone. Good Sunday morning. Pastor. Thank you. Okay, it's Sunday morning. And
hey, y'all see all them AKAs and boulets in the crowd?
And I first of all, Pastor Brian, I want to thank you. You and I were reminiscing.
Oh, Lord, goddamn, get to the speech. Shut up.
Country. And we had conversations back then about how we thought of our role and responsibility to our country and our responsibility and duty as leaders. And it is so good to be with you this morning to celebrate what you have accomplished with this extraordinary congregation. And so I'm honored to be here with everyone. And thank you. Thank you all. And please have a seat. Please have a seat. Thank you. So before I begin, I will address the tragic incident that happened yesterday at Sapelo Island when a dock collapsed during what was to be a joyful celebration of history and culture. And while we are still gathering information, we know that lives were lost and many were injured. And so my heart, as I know for all of us, goes out to those who were impacted. And I thank all the first responders who acted so quickly. And of course, our administration has been in touch with state and local officials to offer any needed support. And I know on behalf of all of us here that we pray for all of those who are affected.
Let me real quick address this, all right, because I had research what happened in that situation, all right. So those of y'all don't know, there's a situation that happened. It been nearly almost a month ago, but they was having a celebration right at this dock, right? And so the weight of the people that was there was so heavy on the dock that the dock ended up collapsing. 7 people ended up losing their life because they ended up getting swallowed up by the current of the water and stuff, right? And ultimately they ended up drowning and dying. The situation was very tragic indeed, but however, the part that I didn't like about this situation is that Ben Crump and all the rest of them boulets, right, they use that as an opportunity to make this a black agenda. I don't know how in the hell did they spin the narrative to blame a damn dock for collapsing to make it be part of racism in America. I don't know how the hell they spit that, but they literally spit it that way, that it was racism because the dock collapsed because it was black people there. Since black people there and black people was on the dock, it ended up collapsing. Hell, the dock is racist. The people who built the infrastructure was even more racist. And then it was people in the comment section was literally saying that It was people who came there and sabotaged the dock to make the dock collapse because of black people was there. When I seen that, I was like, God damn, y'all got to be stupid as hell.
That's bullshit.
So that's the reason why she's bringing that up. She's bringing that up because she's trying to show people that she care about black American people. But in reality, this woman do not care about y'all. She don't. She don't care about y'all.
So in times like this, we are reminded of the ties that bind us to each other and the importance of community, And that is what I know New Birth Church provides to so many people across Atlanta and beyond. And so, Pastor Bryant, I thank you for your words and for your vision. And in this election season, I also thank you for the time you have spent traveling our country to encourage people to register and to vote. Because you know, and we all know, your parents who gave so much and led such an honorable life, and including, of course, among the leaders upon whose broad shoulders we stand, Congressman John Lewis, they all knew, and by their example, they taught us that.
So y'all see all them boule people there? Got what all we got here? We got AKAs, we got some Deltas up in the crowd too. We got some men we got men right here who got dragged to go to church because they wife gave them an ultimatum right here as well too. I'm just saying, man. Then we got the one simp Beta Mills right here as well too, chilling.
Beta!
Faith and good works go hand in hand. And that is especially true when it comes to protecting our sacred right to vote and getting souls to the polls. And I thank everyone for all you are doing in that regard. And I am truly honored to be in the presence of so many extraordinary leaders, including my pastor, Reverend Dr. Amos C. Brown of Third Baptist Church of San Francisco.
Wait a minute. Since when she started going to a Baptist church? That's some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Man, I could have sworn this woman would go to a Catholic church. Why did she all of a sudden claiming she go to a Baptist church?
I heard from earlier this morning.
Man, look at this. Man, God damn it. Hey, then Buddy, he like, man, yeah, I know Kamala. She gave me a real good offering to sell her a lot to her to say that she been attending my church this whole entire time.
There he is. And whose wisdom, Dr. Brown, has guided me and just been a source of comfort and solace for me for so many years. And I'm especially glad to be here on Pink Sunday.
Get ready for a super-powered surprise.
Well, goddamn, I didn't know it was commercials on her. And I recorded this shit like, goddamn. Well, everybody, if you're interested in playing Monopoly to Go, make sure you download the app on your mobile device. Once again, that's Monopoly to Go is sponsored by Marvel, and Marvel and Monopoly to Go is not sponsoring this video with they old bitch ass. So let's continue. Fast forward, let's continue.
As some of you may know, my mother was a breast cancer researcher. She was one of the very few women, and fewer even women of color, who was engaged in studying breast cancer. And she had two goals in her life: to raise her two daughters, my sister Maya and me, and to end breast cancer. It was her life's work. And so today, of course, then has personal significance for me, just as I know it does for Pastor Bryant and so many of you here. And so to everyone here today who knows what it means to support a loved one through a cancer diagnosis and treatment, and to those of you fighting your own battles, I am holding you close in my heart and in my prayers. And I thank you for your courage and your strength. So all of this is to say it is so good to be here with everyone today and to worship with you. And on this day, then I am reminded with everything that we reflect on the parable from the Gospel of Luke.
Look at her laughing like she done said something that's so profound.
So in the Gospel, we are told of a man who traveled from the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. And while traveling, he was attacked by robbers. We remember he was beaten. He was bloodied. They left him for dead. He was someone that should just be passed on by, maybe with a glance of pity, but not more. So one person passed by, sees the man lying in his path, and walks around him, not wanting to be bothered or obstructed on the path that he decided to.
But by the way, y'all, this is actually my first time hearing her speech, all right? I recorded it, but I didn't listen to it at all. Hence, the reason why y'all seen that commercial on there. Because if I would actually listen to it, then I had edited out that commercial. So all of this is brand new to me, too. And I'll feel great go in a few seconds.
Walk. A second man does the same. But then a Samaritan walks by. He sees the man and he stops. The Samaritan bandages the stranger's wounds. He brings him to an inn, gives him shelter and a hot meal, and he saves the man's life. This parable, the parable of the Good Samaritan, teaches us to love thy neighbor as thyself.
God damn it. I knew she was going to do this.
That's bullshit.
I knew she was going to do this. Man, I knew she was going to do this. Damn it. Lord. Okay. So from a person who used to be assistant pastor and used to want to teach ministry, all right, and who went to seminary school. Let me tell y'all the true purpose of the parable of the thief, robber, and the parable of the Good Samaritan. Tonight, the overall story about this parable is this. This parable is two-folded. First of all, it is talking about the kingdom of God. It is talking about where Jesus comes on the earth. He's going to be that person who's going to teach the good news to everybody, so they have the opportunity to follow him to be saved. Okay. Now the whole point about the dude who's got robbed and the other dude that bandaged him up and took him to the end, that relates to the kingdom of God. That relates to people who decide to receive the message of the kingdom of God, to receive that they want to be saved, to receive the salvation message. Once when they receive the salvation message, then God, aka the Holy Spirit, will come into their life and renew them. As what happened with the parable of the Good Samaritan and the thief and robber. Now, also, keep in mind, the dude who got robbed and stuff, right? The dude who got robbed, it was unjustly because he was living a certain type of life, a certain type of lifestyle, and situations happened to him, or a series of unfortunate events happened to him to get that way. But it's said that once when you receive the Holy Spirit, then you're supposed to have this life-changing event or this awakening event to where your life will be different. So her perspective about the Good Samaritan, that is not what Scripture says about the Good Samaritan. So that's what that's talking about. But go ahead and continue, Kamala. Go ahead and allow it down.
These words are simple. We know them well. It is an essential tenet and a pillar of our faith. and that of so many others. However, one must ask, are all people of faith living those words? Are all people of faith expressing those words in their actions? Do we have leaders in place who understand that in the face of a stranger, one should see a neighbor? And I'll tell you, I grew up in a church that took those words to heart. As a little girl on Sundays, my sister Maya and I would go to 23rd Avenue Church of God in Oakland, California, where we sang in the children's choir, we attended Sunday school, and where after church we would go to the basement and eat a food prepared by loving hands. And where I first learned the teachings of the Bible, and my earliest memories of those teachings are about a loving God. A loving God. A God.
Why is it that every single time, these people who allegedly say that they're Christians, right, they always preach about God being a business-loving person, but throughout the history of the Bible, especially throughout the synoptic gospels and all the stuff right there, it appears that God, one moment is loving, but also God could be firm at another moment. God could be narcissistic at another moment. God could be a villain in another moment. Why is it that they always want to stick to this fun-loving daddy or fun-loving God instead of telling the truth about how the way God truly is, God's true nature is, according to Scripture?
Who asks us to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. And
so I also say the Scripture that God is someone jealous God as well too.
To defend the rights of the poor and the needy. And for me, like for so many of us, church is then a place of growth and belonging and community, a place where we are reminded of the incredible power of faith and fellowship. And in moments of difficulty and uncertainty, when the way is not clear, it is our faith that then guides us forward. Faith in what we often cannot see, but we know to be true. Faith in what we cannot see, but know to be true.
I'm still trying to understand, what does the parable of the Good Samaritan have anything to do with what she's talking about right now?
And I say that because in this moment, across our nation, what we do see are some who try to deepen division among us, spread hate, sow fear, and cause chaos. There are those who suggest that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, instead of what we know, which is the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up.
Hold up, wait a minute. I'm calling bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Hold on. I'm calling bullshit. So later on down the line, your girl Michelle Obama and Barack Obama sent up her turn down black man and saying that since we not going to vote for Kamala, that we're misogynistic and stuff. So is that building us up, or is that tearing us down? And do that not make your speech hypocritical as well too, and in a double standard?
And this moment in our nation must be about so much more than partisan politics. It must be about looking inward and being guided by our faith to know what brings hope and what is truly the best expression of our strength in the way that we reach out to each other with kindness and with love and with sincerity in that approach. This is a moment that is challenging us of faith to reflect on this moment in the context of our future. We just applauded the young leaders who are here this morning. And I think so much of this moment, in the context of them, our young leaders, and what they have a right to expect, and what their faith teaches them that gives them rightly a sense of hope about where they belong, who they are, and what they can be. And so this is a moment that is challenging, I think, our fundamental values, and challenging us as Americans and as people of faith. And as the Good Samaritan reminds us, it is not enough to preach the values of compassion and respect. We must live them.
What?
Faith is a verb. Faith is a verb. We show it in action, in our deeds and in our service. Here in Georgia, we've seen it playing out in real time in just the last many weeks, where communities have come.
How's faith a verb, though? Because to my understanding, a verb is to show action, right? But according to scripture, it says faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things unseen. So how is faith a verb? How is it action when it's something that isn't tangible, but is built upon the whole concept about hope and imagination and manifestation? Now, it is possible that you could want hope and have faith for certain things that eventually that certain thing that you have hope for could possibly come to pass. But it's also possible that you could have all the hope and faith that you want to, but at the end of the day, that thing that you hoping for or praying for, it will not come to pass. So that's why I'm saying, how is it possible that faith is a verb? It shows action when it doesn't. Faith is considered also as an ideal. The only way an ideal could become tangible if it ended up manifesting itself to become tangible by the actions that you do as a person, not by faith itself, but by the actions that you do to make it happen, But that is me.
Together in the wake of Hurricane Helene, right here in the Atlanta area. I saw the story of a reporter who was outside covering the storm, live on television when he heard some screams. He dropped everything and waded into chest-deep water to rescue a woman trapped in her car, carrying her on his back to safety. In a town a few hours from here, one mother and her children lost power for days. And as soon as it was restored, they started a relief drive distributing food, water, and supplies, and opened their home to neighbors in need of laundry or a hot shower.
Isn't that the whole point why the government have programs such as FEMA, and isn't that the whole point why we pay our tax dollars for when something like such a tragic like this happened, and we're supposed to, well, actually the government's supposed to support that? Why is it that the government isn't responsible for that versus the people who are in that same community? Now, it's commendable that that particular person, that community is doing that right. But however, at the end of the day, is it not the government job to do that? Because we pay our tax dollars for this. They pay their tax dollars for this. But you never, also, maybe she's going to say it later. Maybe she's going to say, hey, FEMA came in and local law enforcement agency came in, then the government gave them a relief bill or a relief bill for $1,200. I don't know. Maybe she'll say it. We'll see.
On a visit recently to Augusta, I met people who themselves had experienced extraordinary loss and devastation. Many who did not have electricity or running water. Yet every day they left their homes to go to relief centers to help perfect strangers. So what we have seen here in Georgia and in other states is faith in action.
What the hell? So what is it that you did about this song, Kamala? What did you do about this? Since you know about these situations that happen in Georgia, right, and all these other places, right? What did you do to participate there? Did you go and help out as well too? Or did you do one of them press release conferences, right, where y'all go to a safe but tragic area, right, where you do a quick photo op and say, we're doing everything possible to help them, and you do the bare minimum to help them and go and leave?
Individuals who know their power to shed light in a moment of darkness. We have seen the Good Samaritan.
Not 750, God dang.
And for that reason, I say, as the scripture tells us, we then must remember that and not be weary. Let us not be weary in moments like this. Let us focus on what God shows us about the Good Samaritans walking among us to remind us of the power, the agency, the ability, and dare I say, the duty that we have to come to.
If she called herself the Good Samaritan, if she literally called herself the Good Samaritan, I'm ending this goddamn stream.
To another's aid in moments of need, to love thy neighbor. And what God is showing us is that any of us can do that no matter who we are. And I know, and I learned this at a young age. And actually, I'll share with you a quick story. So during my final year of law school, I was a summer intern in the DA's office in Oakland, California. And I was working in the Superior Courthouse. And there was this one case that I got, and it involved a drug bust. And the police had arrested a number of people, including an innocent bystander, a woman who had been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And when I got the case, it was a late Friday afternoon. And most folks had gone home for the weekend, and I knew in all likelihood the judge would probably not see her case until that following Monday, which would have meant that she would have had to spend the whole weekend in jail. Now, this woman had children. She is a mother. She had children at home, and I wondered if they even knew that their mother had been arrested, who would take care of them. If she could not, would Child Protective Services come and take those children? Everything was on the line for that woman. So I rushed to the clerk of the court and asked them to have the case called that day. And then when that did not work, I pleaded with them. Remember, I was not vice president. I was an intern. So yes, I pleaded. And finally, the judge...
Hey, old boy, right here, he sat up here looking like, man, I know she is not fisting to go here with this bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I know she ain't fisting to go here.
Returned to the bench and reviewed her case, and with a pound of his gavel, she was free to go home. And she would go home to see her children and take care of them. And I never did get the chance to meet that woman, but I will never forget that moment, and I share that story.
Wait, whoa. Wait a minute. She never got the chance to meet this woman, but she decided to help this woman? Let me guess, because she's a woman, you decide to want to help her, but yet it's still... You and your boy Biden set up here locked up a lot of black men. So where were you when y'all set up here prosecuting all these black men for the same situation, for drug cases, marijuana cases, and different things like that? Where were you to help them out? Man, this some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
But it's okay for her to help this woman out. Even though she was convicted, even though she did the crime, she needed to do the time, but you helped her. Wow.
Say that we have all in our lives, from the earliest stages of our lives, had those moments where it has been revealed to us our power. And we should never let anyone take our power from us, or in any way try to convince us we are powerless.
Oh, it is, Lana, huh?
And so I say, as we move forward, let us look at where we are and understand the lesson of the Gospel of Luke. Because right now, each of us has an opportunity to make a difference.
You know what's funny is that she don't even know what chapter in the scripture and verse that is. That's what makes this thing hysterical. Hell, she could be quoted for any of the synoptic gospels, because all of them say the same thing. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John tell us the same account of this story. So she could have said anything. She could have said the Gospel of Luke. She could have said the Gospel of John. She could have said the Gospel of Matthew, one of them. Because they had the same story in there, but she don't even know the chapter, verse, scripture, none of that.
In this moment, our country is at a crossroads. And where we go from here is up to us, as Americans and as people of faith. And now we ask a question. We face this question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice? And the great thing about living in a democracy is that we, the people, have the power to answer that question. So let us answer, not just through our words, but through our action and with our votes. When we come across our brothers and sisters in need, let us, as the Good Samaritan did, see in the face of a stranger a neighbor. And let us recognize that when we shine the light in moments of darkness, it will guide our feet into the path of peace.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
God damn! That's bullshit.
What?
You know, we as black men, we are in the darkness right now. We're calling for peace right now. Without this identity politics, without this alleged saying that we're misogynistic for not voting for you. Where's the Good Samaritan in that situation? Where's the Good Samaritan that's going to come and aid us? Where's the person that's going to come and tell us that it is okay and it's okay for you to vote for whoever the hell you want to vote for? Where's that at? Where's our aid at? Where's our comfort at? Where's the understanding that our vote matters too, regardless if we vote for you or not? Where's that at?
And let us remember that while weeping may endure for a night, joy cometh in the morning. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much.
God bless you, may God bless the United States of America. And by the way, y'all, I do not hate Kamala. I don't have no hate. I don't have no disdain or nothing for Kamala. I don't agree with her politics and stuff. You know, I don't agree with the stuff that she do. But I don't hate her. I have no hatred for her at all. Period. I don't. But just like I say, well, when it comes down to it, y'all, if you feel like your vote matters, then it matters. Okay. Vote for whoever it is that you want to vote for. Don't allow these toxic modern-day women tell you that you should be voting for who they want you to vote for. Don't be allowed to tell you that they're using their power to tell you that if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, then X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Because if that be the case there, you already know where you stand in that relationship. Meaning that woman don't respect you. That woman don't respect your authority. He don't respect you. She don't respect your decision or anything like that. She's saying that you're incompetent. So don't allow them to do that without period. So once again, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone who are catching the replay as well too. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So what do y'all think about my perspective on this overall matter? Do you agree with me on this? Do you disagree with me on this? How you feel about Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama in their campaign to say that men are misogynistic for not voting for her? Men are misogynistic for voting for Trump. Men are misogynistic for voting for a third party. And men are misogynistic for withholding their vote altogether, meaning that they're not going to vote at all, period. Do y'all agree with them on this? Or do you disagree with them on that? Do you think that's a fair assessment or not? My perspective is that, no, it's not right, period. Right is right, wrong is wrong, period. Vote for whoever it is that you want to vote for, or if you choose not to vote at all, then by all means, don't vote. That is your choice as an American. I was told this, that American says that we are a democracy, right? But I've been hearing people say that we're actually not a democracy, but we are actually considered as a republic. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all believe that America is a democracy, or do you believe that America is a republic? Because how the way things is going, I don't see nothing diplomatic about this at all, period. I see that we being force-fed into a belief that we don't want to be a part of. That's what I see. If we don't shut up and dribble, then X, Y, and Z is going to happen to not only you, but to your family and to your generations and generations and generations after that. So, are we really a democracy for real, or are we considered as a republic? Are we? Last but not least, do our vote really do matter at the end of the day? Do it matter if we sit up here and go to this polls, right? And we either select yes, we voted for Kamala, or select yes, we voted for Trump, or select yes, you voted for a third party. Do it really matter? Or is this all this part of one huge game that these people are higher positions? Is that something running on us? Do we have the power to change things around if we were to all come together? What do you think? I believe that if we all were to come together as Americans and make this country be about our voice, period, versus letting other people dictate and control how the way we want things to happen, I believe that we have the power to do that. I believe we have the power to change lives as well too. But as long as they keep manipulating us, keep manipulating our brothers and our sisters, right? Keep manipulating us through organized religion, because ultimately that's what that is. It's organized religion, where they can have a political candidate come and pretend that she's preaching a word to you, but she's not preaching. She's campaigning to manipulate you. To manipulate you to vote. We have the power to choose to change all this, but once again, our fellow brothers and sisters is brainwashed. Brainwashed to the point that either they don't want to fight because they don't have the energy to fight, or they've been manipulated so much so that they believe in this fake reality to be a true reality for them. But like I say, time will always tell how the way this is going to go. I've not said this before, y'all. As I'm ending this, y'all, I say this before and I say this again. I don't believe in women being in position of leadership and power, period. I don't care what position it is. I don't care if it's at the job. I don't care if it's political. Hell, it could be at the damn church. I don't believe in that because I honestly believe that women is not built to be true leaders. They're built to be advisors. They're built to be nurturers. They're built to be a support group or to be supportive to the man. It's always been that way, not only through the human species, but every species across this whole entire goddamn planet. Exactly the same way, no matter what it is, where the masculine species is the leader, the head, and the feminine species is the support. Period. So yeah, I honestly do not believe in that. Period. I honestly don't. Do it make women lower than men? No, not at all. It don't make them lower than men where men run them and do toxic things to them. No. It means that they are just as valuable as men based on the position where they at. Just the same as women say this, that they want men to be in their positions to be men. We hear you. We understand that. A lot of us, including myself, is holding not only myself, but our fellow brothers accountable for certain sad behavior. Where we want the best for them, where we literally mentor to them and get them to the level where they need to be at. Now, we can't guarantee that we save all of them, but we do our very best to at least get as many of them as possible to where they need to be at, so they could be that man that they need to be for you. But likewise, why are we doing that? You can't sit up here and literally tear that man down after we done build him up. Likewise, it should be beneficial for you to also help your sisterhood as well too. If we're doing mentorship for the man, you should be doing mentorship for your sisterhood, period. Holding them accountable for their emotional behavior. Telling them to cut this shit out with all this starting around and sleeping around with men and getting pregnant and acting like abortion is the answer. When you holding them accountable. I'm just saying. So it got to be a two-way street for everybody across the board. But that is only my opinion as urban, you know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with it or not, it's cool with me. It's cool with me. But other than that, y'all, that's all I got for this particular episode, y'all. Once again, I appreciate everyone for pulling up and tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Cali Girl, I see you in the building. Also, I see you in the building as well, too. And everybody else who I seen pull up, appreciate you. On Queen Gertrude, I see you as well, too. And everybody else who pulled up, thank you so much for pulling up and supporting this stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Last but not least, y'all, and I promise this is it. Last but not least. Your boy is coming up a lot. What do I mean by that? I mean that now I do have official clothing brand. I do. Your boy that came all the way up and got even clothing brand for y'all. So, yeah. Yep, sure do. So real quick, let me share this with y'all real quick so you know, and this is going to be found on my YouTube channel. All right, if you go on my YouTube page, you will see my store, and I'm going to share with y'all my store real quick. All right, and we'll be done. This is my store, and this is my official brand that I have came up with. My official brand that I came up with is called Wild Wolf Urban Brand, and it is lit as hell. So go ahead and check out my store. I got all the premium apparel that you would love to look at on here. Also, I got fan designer stuff as well too, like this good old ass Urban Anything cup right here. I got that for you. According to my ass Urban anything shows that I be doing. I have that for you. I have my premium polos as well too. I even got clothing for women as well too. I got crop tops and all kind of stuff. So whenever y'all have the time, just go into my store. It's on my channel. Go click to my store and check out my merch as well too. And I appreciate y'all supporting me a whole lot on that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. So y'all be safe out here in the YouTube streets. I'll be doing another show maybe tomorrow. I do another live, depending on what topic I'm talking about. But also I do have an upcoming DJ show coming up on Thursday. Once again, I have a upcoming DJ show coming up on Thursday. We will be celebrating my moderator Scorpio Mama birthday. And yes, I know it is on Halloween. That's what's going to make it even more lit. So make sure y'all have the notifications set when I go live on that show. I'm going to be DJing. We're going to do some live music and everything. We're going to be doing some live music and everything. And we're going to show Scorpio Mama that we care about her and we support her. And we're going to have a good old time, all right? He said she going to cab up and twerk, man. Scorpio Mama too damn old to cam up and twerk. Unless she want to, then by all means she could do it. Scorpio Mama, if you still in chat, hey, if you want to cab up here on twerking stuff, I ain't stop you, girl. Go on ahead with your bad self. But make sure you tune in to that show. I'll be starting that show roughly around by 9:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, once again, 9:30 Central Standard Time on Thursday. All right, so make sure you have your notifications set when I go live. All right. So other than that's all I got, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Speak to my. Go ahead, Irby. Yeah, I'll be doing things, man. I'm here. I be doing things for real. When I say that I be busy, I am not lying. I be busy for real. I be busy with my real life, and also I come back and be busy about this YouTube life as well too, man. So appreciate y'all so much for supporting this channel. So I will see y'all again on the next episode. Y'all have a good night. Peace out, y'all.